Hey everyone, welcome to Two Car Pros. My name is Ryan. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to change these spark plugs for a 2015 Toyota Prius, or any of those Priuses on the 3rd gen platform, including the V and the Lexus variant. This is not that difficult. It's a little bit time consuming getting that cowl off, but it is an excellent way to save money and make sure you're doing the job correctly. With all that out of the way, let's jump into it. So in order to do this repair, we need to take the cowling off. To take the cowling off, you got to take the windshield wipers off, and I promise that sounds a lot scarier than it is. So let's jump into it. So let's focus on the lower one first. Just remove these two 14mm nuts. And that just comes off like that. Not too bad. And for the upper wiper, there's a little cover we need to kind of pry up. There we go. And this one is 14mm as well. We can just remove that arm. There we go. So on both sides of the cowling, there's these little plastic pieces. Go ahead and remove those for both sides. So now we can remove our cowling, and it's just held in with these little clips kind of just all around it. So you can just push on them. This, just kind of go around. There we go. Bring that forward. Next, we're going to unplug the windshield wiper motor, just like that. So there are quite a few 10mm bolts all on this black piece of metal that hold the windshield wiper sort of cradle assembly in its home. We need to remove every single one of those bolts. I'm not going to show you every single one of them because this video would be very long. Just know that they are many and they all have to come out. So again, 10mm long extension is going to be your friend. Just like that. Then just reach in there and grab it and set that aside, set that somewhere safe, and just remove all of these bolts out of the black piece of metal out of your car. So now you can remove this little cover, exposing the top of our valve cover. And here are 4 spark plugs. Now you can kind of see why you have to remove that cowl piece, because there's no way you'll get the coil out. So before we do anything, I would just get a wet towel or a set of compressed air and just blow around where the openings for these spark plug wells are, because you don't want anything getting in the spark plug well and then subsequently the cylinder. So I'm going to show you how to do one plug and one coil, because all 4 are exactly the same. They're not different at all. And it'll get kind of redundant. And I always recommend doing one at a time. Just do, 1, then move to 2, then 3, then 4. That way you don't get mixed up, because if you try to do all 4 at once and somebody interrupts you on number 3 and you're not sure you remember doing number 2, well, now you're kind of in a pickle. So just avoid that entirely by doing one at a time. So just depress the safety on the coil itself. Here we go. To that side. 10mm socket or wrench, doesn't matter. And then we can just remove that coil. And notice I did this. I twisted it and then I lifted it. That'll kind of break the seal and preserve the boot. Our replacement spark plug for today are these really nice NGK iridium plugs. I'm going to dump it out of its packaging very gingerly here. And look, it has a sheath on there, so we know that it's gapped properly from the factory. Now, with a gloved hand, what I like to do is along the porcelain, I just like to feel it for any seam or any crack, because if there's any seam or any crack, this is never going to work. So this is good to go. We can load it up into our spark plug socket very gingerly, very carefully, until it's like this, and it won't just dump out on us. And we can replace our spark plug. Now, Toyota has advised not to put anti-seize on here. The iridium coating on these plugs functions as anti-seize, and it can interfere with your torque value. I'm just going with what Toyota says. I've always put anti-seize on plugs, but they said specifically not to. Don't cross-thread it. If it's not going in this easy, with like 2 fingers, back it back out, you might have it cross-threaded. You don't want that. And then you'll get down to this point where it won't turn by hand anymore, and that's fine. Our torque spec for today is 15 foot-pounds, 1.5. And do not over-tighten these. You can just break them like you would not believe. They're not super tight. There we go, 15 on the nose. Now what I do is disconnect my torque wrench and lift the spark plug socket carefully up and out, making sure you're not doing this kind of move, as you don't want to crack that porcelain. It would completely negate what we're doing here today. I put a little bit of dielectric grease in the end of this boot, and then we can just replace it like that. And we replace our bolt.
And our torque spec today for this is 7 foot-pounds.
I'm just going to go ahead and wrist tight about that much, and that'll be just fine. And then grab your electrical connector and just replace it on the coil. There you go. Do the exact same thing as I did on cylinder number 2 to cylinder number 1, 3, and 4. And just as a quick note, with these plugs, you can't set the gap manually. It is whatever Toyota decided it was and NGK agreed to, so they made this part. You can't bend this or alter in any way because you will chip the iridium coating and you will severely shorten the life of this plug. And that's why it comes with a sheath, so it can't get bonked in transit and changed. So whatever it comes out of the box as, it's good to go. Then we can replace our windshield wiper arm assembly. And be careful not to chip the glass coming in or out. Take your time, it'll be all right. Here's a tip. This is how many bolts go into this piece. Quite a few. What you want to do is just put the bolts in a couple of threads on each hole. Don't just tighten it down, as you won't be able to move it enough to get the other bolt holes in. So just kind of go around replacing bolts until you're all out. And then on those bolts, we're just going to tighten them down. They're 10 millimeter. Just snug is good. There we go, looks pretty good. Then don't forget to reinstall your little air deflectors here. They just plonk right back on down. And then just route your wiring harness for your windshield wiper motor correctly along here and replace the plug. You should hear a nice click. Perfect. And now we can replace our plastic cover. There you go. And there's little snaps kind of around the perimeter that will hold it in place. And then on both sides, we're going to grab these little trim filler pieces and push them up onto the glass, because they have a little hook on the back side that kind of straddles the glass there, and then line it up. Bolts in place like that. Then we can put our driver's side windshield wiper back on. Luckily, there's a nice line where the windshield wiper wants to sit for me. Just gonna kind of line it up. You can put this on wrong, and then your windshield wiper won't wipe as far as it should, or it'll wipe too far down. But luckily, it should look just like that. There's a line where the windshield wiper has been sitting all this time. You can kind of just follow, or you can mark it with a Sharpie beforehand if you're really paranoid. And our torque spec for that nut is 17 foot-pounds, 1.7. You can kind of brace it so it doesn't wobble about. And there we go. And then don't forget the little cover. It looks really snappy with it on. Yeah. And again, just like the driver's side, the passenger side is exactly the same. You just want to line it up, because you can get the splines wrong. You just want to line it up so it is where it was when you took it off. Something like that. And it's okay if you get it wrong, you can take it back off. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, there we go. And those two are 17 foot-pounds on the torque spec. So not crazy tight. If you don't have a torque wrench, that's okay. Just somewhere between wrist and one arm tight. It's not crazy tight, watch. Not bad at all. And then put back your decorative valve cover. Just like that, so it looks nice and snappy. So that is how to replace your spark plugs on that 3rd gen Prius platform. It is not too bad at all. This is definitely something you should be doing at home. You don't need a lift or jacks and jack stands or anything like that. Very, very easy, very, very approachable. Excellent way to save money, like I said at the top of the video. And you should be doing this probably every 60,000 miles would be a safe bet on doing these plugs. The better shape your spark plugs are in, the easier the engine's going to light off on that restart. And since these stop-start a lot, it's nice to have your engine start and stop very easily. It also takes a lot of wear and tear off of your coils, which are the expensive part in your ignition. Each one of those is probably $150. Multiply that by 4. That's pretty simple. These plugs are about $40 with my link down below. Thank you so very much for watching. If you found this video helpful or interesting at all, please consider becoming a member by clicking that join button down below. It's a direct way to help my channel out. Barring that, a like, comment, subscription go a huge way. It tells YouTube that I did a good job, and I'd so appreciate it. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.